today I'm going to be trying to crack on with some work based on my Tuesday lectures. I'm trying to alternate my days and break up my work because last week I found that trying to do 10 things at once, funnily enough, wasn't helpful and was one of the factors for my kind of mild breakdown. So I've decided to kind of alternate my days. So I have Tuesday and the topic or module is Performance Matters. Wednesday is my AP minor. Then Thursday I'm going to do Performance Matters work, and then Friday I'll do AP minor work. So I try and break up the days, alternate them. So I essentially have like a 4-day week worth of university work. And the goal for this is that it means on Saturday, Sunday, I can have those days off if I want. I can have my weekend back, because I think it's important, even if you're not at university 5 days a week, it's still important to take days off that aren't university related. I learned that the hard way, but fair enough. I got a new desk. After last week's moment of sitting at my desk at home and I was getting some work done for my YouTube channel, I much preferred it than being sat in my bed trying to do work. I think I was trying to convince myself that maybe working in my bed was quite a cool thing, and oh, aren't I lucky to be able to work in my soft office. However, I started to learn that actually I got really restless in bed. I kind of have this thing now as I get older that when I wake up, I might spend 10 minutes or so kind of rolling around and trying to relax in my bed a little bit, but actually I want to get up, get dressed, do something. And I think then last week, regardless of the fact that I was having a bit of a mental block, I was just kind of struggling to get work done being sat in bed. You know, the angle wasn't right, I had things that I had to write down and I needed a desk really. Anyway, to cut a very unnecessarily long story short, I got a desk. I got it from IKEA. It was a very exciting evening that me and my friend went on Tuesday after my lecture. We did a food shop and then we went to IKEA in like the later afternoon. And I was like, you know what? I've saved up a bit of money. I want to go get myself a desk. I didn't think I was going to get an expensive desk. That wasn't like the plan. I just wanted to buy myself something like this that I've never really bought myself before. And so we went into IKEA and I did. And I got the Finman or Linman desk, which is really a really basic desk, but it's perfect for my room. There's no kind of fancy features or drawers. It is literally just a white table. And then I got a chair, which I can't remember the name of. However, I'm going to insert a picture of what my setup looks like, because it has just really changed the dynamic of my bedroom. I didn't think I'd have any space for it. And it has kind of taken a little bit of space away from standing in front of the mirror. However, in terms of first world problems, this one is minuscule. And as you can see, I've got my shelves, which used to be by my window, used to be where I'm actually sat now. And I just think now I've got this lovely space where if I was a really cool university lecturer, people would be like, oh my God, look at her background. Isn't that lovely? I'm just chatting shit. Okay, but yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that I got a desk, because I do think I talked about it in my last video where I was like, guys, I really miss working at a table. I really do need to get out more, however, COVID says otherwise. I also recently, during a bath, shaved my face, as you do. Partly because I found that when I'm doing my makeup, it's the fuzz on my face can sometimes make my makeup look a bit clumpy or look a bit weird or dry. What I did not consider, however, is the fact that when you shave, obviously the hair does grow back and it can come back a little bit prickly and itchy. And I have this particular spot here, oh yeah, you can definitely see where it's been irritated. And I don't know if that is anything to do with where I've shaved my face, but it feels really hot and stingy. And I think that's a sign for me to stop touching my face, because I do keep doing that and it's not great. Right, I should probably crack on with some work now, because I have successfully spent the past hour talking to my phone about things people don't care about. What's new? Something I found very helpful to do to wrap my head around my work is to type up my notes every week. So I write my notes down as the lecture is happening, which I do still enjoy doing, and I find it obviously crucial. So this is from Tuesday's lesson, my notes, but some of them are kind of scribbled on, or the way I phrased it on paper isn't very helpful. So now, to kind of help a little bit with just kind of teaching myself the work and understanding the piece of work better, I've decided to then type out my notes again after the lecture, to not only just make them look a bit clearer on a piece of paper and understand them more and make them more concise, blah, 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 but also I've learned that with my learning difficulty, but I'm sure many people can understand this as well, when you reiterate the words, when you speak them again, or when you're telling someone about something you've just learned, the information starts to become a bit more clearer, because you're obviously phrasing it in a way you might understand. You're simply just saying the words again, so it's just the information going in again. And so I found that by retyping out my notes and putting them in a slightly more kind of jazzy format, I've been understanding the work a bit better. I tried to kind of prepare in advance for having a work day. So last night when I was making my tea, I made like double the amount. So today I have Thai green curry, which I'm very excited about. I think there was a couple of things I wanted to cover in this video today, just like tidbits. But the main thing I wanted to cover, or kind of quickly discuss, was I guess kind of reflecting back on last week. The past couple of videos I made, they weren't solemn or kind of hard to watch, but there was definitely a negative theme that I think I was kind of constantly implying, and kind of throwing myself a pity party, when actually there was no benefit to that. I don't, that's not like a criticism on the videos I made, but I kind of want to now put a bit of a positive spin on that, because as you can see, I'm clearly kind of feeling better mentally and emotionally, and I'm kind of dealing with last week in a better way. One of the things I did for this was talking to my tutors. That sounds really simple and obvious, but it's something that not everyone will feel confident to do or will want to do at the time. But from my personal experience, I found it incredibly beneficial. On the night in particular that I was having kind of a difficult time, I spoke to my mum, reached out to her, and one of the kind of bits of advice she gave me was just let your tutors know. It's not as if I'm criticising them or calling them out on anything. It's simply informing them on something that they won't be able to help me on unless they're aware of it. And to kind of keep a long story short, it resulted in them kind of reaching out to me, really trying to kind of get to know what my main issues are, kind of outside of my readjustment plan or learning difficulties. You know, they really want to know what is it right now that's kind of keeping you unhappy. And I told them and I explained everything to them, and this came back with great kind of response and an understanding of, well, actually, yes, it will be quite difficult for me right now joining a group of people who have done this particular subject for 3 years. It doesn't mean these people are more knowledgeable or better in any means. They are, but by putting it into perspective of where I am compared to them, it actually is completely justifiable why I feel behind, because in some ways I am. However, they gave me some recommendations and some tips, and they also just gave me some reassurance, which I think a lot of the time people just need some reassurance that actually what they're doing is just fine, and there's no reason to have these doubts and these kind of negative feelings where you attack yourself for not feeling good enough. And so I think what I've just taken from this is that actually it's okay to be so open. It certainly made me feel more comfortable now about kind of talking about what's on my mind, and I know this is something that is heavily preached online. You know, reach out to people, ask them how their day was, ask if they're okay, keep the discussion going when it comes to mental health. And yeah, I think this past week has been kind of a good example of that for me. I'm going to enjoy my food now. I hope it's not too spicy because it is a Thai green curry, which is the spiciest, weirdly. I think the next day it gets hotter. That was just pure spice. Good lord. Wow, okay.
There's people watching me. I should just walk fast. Okay. Yummy. I think I'm getting sick again because I haven't been getting good sleep. Very few hours every night.
Because I slept for 12 hours last night. Obviously, it doesn't really quite correct like the weeks of bad sleep patterns, but it's still good right now. And I want to say,
I feel like I should just keep going with my work. Like, I shouldn't keep watching this video, I should just keep going now with my work, because I don't know, I like giving myself like regular intervals when I'm completing work, just because my focus levels and attention span are not great. They can be, but on certain days I just don't really feel like having hours worth of work one after the other, which I think is fine. When you're kind of working on your own schedule, you might as well give yourself a few more breaks if you can. So I'm going to try and finish this section of my work off, which is like a breakdown of what I intend to do over the next like 7 or 8 weeks, which is a part of the statement. You kind of have to say what I intend to do. Pardon me. So I'm going to try and complete that, which I think will then help me kind of plan the next kind of several weeks in my diary. Like, I can actually think, well, what do I need to accomplish every week, and plan my own kind of personal timetable around uni. So I'm going to complete that, and then probably give myself another little break, and then I think there's a bit of a bigger writing task at the end of it where you have to kind of apply references and put a bit of knowledge behind it, like why are you doing this work, what's the purpose of it. So that one will take a little bit more time and thinking, but it's doable. Whoa mama, the quality just got significantly worse, as you can see. Hi, it's me. It's later on in the day, it's darker, it's quieter, and I have been sat for the past couple of hours editing this video, which I've now learnt through editing that I've done nothing but talk to you sat at my desk all day. Hence why I'm now turning this into a sit and study with me, because I did nothing else. I just wanted to kind of drop a quick message at the end just to say thank you so far for your ongoing support. I always say this, but I do understand that my channel is still growing, very much still growing, and it needs a lot of work, it needs a lot of improvement, and I need to learn to be doing something else in my videos, because all I do is sit and talk to the camera about what I have just done rather than showing you what I've done. But it's a learning curve, baby. That was really bad. I don't know why I just did that. Anyway, I'm going to leave the video here just because I'm not really going to do much for the rest of the day, and I want to make sure that I get this video uploaded at a reasonable time. That reflection was not great. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. It means a lot.